I'm with Shantanu Agarwal, who is a member of the Oscomp systems team that recently won the business venture track in the 2010 Harvard Business School Business Plan Contest. Shantanu, welcome.
Thanks, glad to be here.
Tell me, first of all, what the idea behind Oscomp systems is. I don't know enough about engineering to know even what the name means.
Yeah, so Oscomp comes from oscillating compressor, Oscomp. And essentially we're trying to commercialize a new technology which is going to change the way natural gas industry works in terms of the compression, in terms of the compressors they use. This, if you look at the natural gas industry, the way it works is you have these wells which are producing gas, and on the surface you have a compressor which helps push that gas into the big pipelines gathering stations. So those compressors currently are reciprocating compressors which work in a piston reciprocation movement. This particular system is a rotary system which substantially lowers the cost of building it about 1/5 of the current systems in terms of the amount of steel you're using, and the efficiency is higher, about 15 to 20% higher efficiency. So overall, the capex, which is the capital cost to initially build this thing, and the running cost, because the efficiency is higher, are both lower. So in that sense, for a well owner, it makes a lot more sense to use this system rather than the current available systems.
And where did the idea for this revolutionary device come from?
So there are two aspects to it. One is the market need, and the other is the innovation. So let me talk about market need and how it got identified. So me and my partner Pedro Santos from MIT.
And he's at the Sloan School at MIT.
Yes, that's right. So we were together in a course last year called Energy Ventures, where we went in depth and analyzed the natural gas industry. And when we were doing that, we looked at what were the various supply chains and the whole economics of the various players in the supply cycle of natural gas. And we identified that currently there are a lot of wells which are shut in because the natural gas has dropped, the price has dropped so much that the compressor cost for running those and supplying those gas to the gathering station is more than the revenue you're going to get from producing the gas.
So you have to find a better, more efficient way to do it.
Exactly. If you don't do it, then you're shut in. You don't produce anymore.
But did you, or did Pedro or your other colleague Emmanuel, did you actually invent the device?
Yes. So that's the innovation part. So what happened was, when we identified this huge need in the market where the production of US of natural gas could be incremented substantially by getting these shut-in wells to open again, we started looking for technologies to use there to lower the compression cost. And Pedro is a 7 years compression expert. I have a 7 years oil and gas experience. So we both started looking at technologies, evaluating its application, and then the current technology which we are targeting is, the patents around this are very, very old. They're like 1900, 1910 patents. And these are rotary systems which were designed, but they never worked. So the current companies have stopped pursuing them since 1970s. But because of some innovations which have happened recently in terms of materials, technologies, and the way we have designed it, this system works. And you can still get a rotary system which can compress the gas and be much more cost efficient. So we used the old patents, and we were working with a private research lab which had a Gen 1 version of it, which they had stopped.
Generation 1?
Yes, Generation 1 version of it, which they had stopped pursuing. So we licensed that, and since then we have been using that as a basis to develop our technology further. We have now gone to our Generation 2 unit, which we have developed in-house at MIT.
And then you will outsource the manufacturing and then be responsible for selling these in the Southwest or whatever?
Yes, so ideally what's going to happen is we will initially have field trials. For those field trials, we will outsource the manufacturing to certain non-critical pieces will be manufactured outside, and we'll just source them in. Others will be manufactured in our machine shop ourselves, and then we'll put them together. Once we have about 20 units in the field manufactured like this, some parts from outside put together by us, and these field trial units are working in the field, then we will be at a stage to actually scale manufacturing. We'll raise our B round that is targeted in 2013. With that money, we will actually either contract a long-term manufacturer or start our own manufacturing line, depending on what the situation is.
And you intend to begin this process when you graduate from Harvard Business School in May?
Absolutely. So me and Pedro both are completely motivated and pumped up about this technology, and we think we can actually change a huge industry, a huge entrenched industry. It's a $3 billion market right now, existing marketplace. So even if you can make a dent of it straight away and then build on it, we have a long runway to grow and build something which is really substantial here.
I can do the math on that one. Sounds good to me. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks very much.